Hello YouTube and good morning. Yes, I'm doing this review at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why? What is wrong with me? Anyways, as you all know, I recently did the Transformers review for my Generation 2 Combiner Wars Blast Off. And I was supposed to do it a week, so this is a week later, so I guess I'm doing it for a month. So I guess once every other week now, I'll be doing a review on every component that makes the G2 Bruticus, but I'll do other reviews in between, which I have been doing. Also, I'm going to take this time to make an update. I also just got a new figure in the mail, so I'll be reviewing him after Swindel here. So let's get into it. This is the Generation 2 Swindel repaint from Combiner Wars, or Unite Warriors, whichever one you want to look at it. This set is a set, the G2 Bruticus set, that came with 6 members, which the 6th member being Shockwave, and I will review him with Onslaught. So yeah, Swindel here is now in all orange with some black, and some purple throughout his alt mode. It's a interesting color palette and color choice for Swindel. I mean, go from his traditional yellow to all orange. Very, very interesting on his part. Size comparison to him, here I have my Drift in his Bugatti mode. So you can see how big he is compared to him. A little small, but bulkier. And for small size comparison, I think I will do him next to someone small I don't have. Bummer. Oh well. Anyways, his accessories consist of this little gun here. I'm gonna bug in my room somewhere. I can hear him, but I don't see him. I'll get him later. It is reminiscent to his other gun. It is his 3-barreled Gatling gun, which I do like this gun. And then he comes with the foot gun hand thing, which is a dual blaster cannon. Very cool. But won't use this in his other mode, so we'll put it into the foot mode, and we'll set this off to the side. That's going off to the side too. And from here, I will go into his robot mode, and then I will go into his limb mode, and it will end there. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out his Decepticon insignia is right there on the front bumper. And he has one right here when you noticed when I was rotating the camera. So, transformation. Now take this bumper, the front part of the hood here, lift it up, and bend that forward, just like so. So we'll come here to what will be the arms, take them out, and just swing them out to the side. So we're going to pull it forward and swing it out to the side. Give this access to his head so we can flip all the way up and float it down. Take this whole piece here. This peg is going to go into a little slot right there. It's a little stiff to get it to move. And as you do it, you'll move this in the process. And that will compact nicely onto his back. Come to what would be the front of the robot. Rotate his arms like so. Take the legs, split them apart from his body. And they will peg in nicely on the insides. So these little slits here will peg into a little divot right there where my finger's pointing. Take what was a bumper, fold that up to be his feet, stand him up, and we will rotate his head around. And there we have Swindel in his robot mode. And I gotta tell you, no matter how many times I transform Swindle, I do love his robot mode continuously. Posability. He does have a nice ankle pivot, so he can get a nice stance. Not as deep as what Siege Ironhide gets. There is a ball joint at the waist, a swivel just above that, 90-degree bend at the knee. He does have a waist swivel. And I do like how he has the fake chest part of his vehicle mode on his chest. Ball joint at the shoulder, swivel just mid bicep, not a little over 90-degree bend at the knee. His head is on a ball joint. And that's pretty much it for articulation. Oh, and he does have that swivel, so you can do the whole butterfly thing if you want for poses. It's up to you. He can hold his weapons. So he can hold his little minigun here. Or you can do it traditionally where it's on his shoulder. Normally what I do is this, and then I just take this, and that's how I have him. That's how I have my dude. Size comparison up to another figure. Here he is next to my 20. This is the 2015. Yeah, the 2015 RID Soundwave, the new incarnation of him. Here he is next to Power Core Combiner Crankcase, or Crankcase next to him. You can see how tall he is compared to that guy. I do love this Power Core. The only one I like. And here he is next to one of my favorite Transformers that I've reviewed, my RID Galvatron. And I have my Galvatron in bat mode right now, so you can see how tall he is. Normally if I had him in robot mode, he'd be up to his waist. So Galvatron is about yay tall, so yeah, he'd be up to his waist. But yeah, you guys, should you pick up the G2 Bruticus set? Yes, if you don't have the the G1 coloration of these guys, or their RID reincarnation of them as Ruination. Yes, pick them up. Oh yes, into getting him into his limb mode is pretty much, for arm it's a little intricate, leg not so much. So I'm gonna rotate his head, and I'm gonna put him in arm first because that's more. So we're gonna do is peg his legs together and keep his feet as is. Head, you pop it off the ball joint. Alright, head you want to flick back. That bug is in here somewhere. I know where it's at too. I'll kill him later. Flip this down. Pop this one off. Jesus. Alright, push that in. Push that up. That goes like that, I think. I'm not quite sure. The arms, you're gonna want to rotate them back into their original spot. Just like so. Just like that. And I believe... yes. I need to swing the head up a bit. So you want to keep that up, and the head will just swing into that cavity right there. And then we'll open up the combiner peg Rotate the legs for whatever side you want him on. And then we'll take the hand-foot thing, plug that in, and there you have him in his arm mode. And normally when I have him like this, I will try to find a way to incorporate, if I can do it. I know I can do it. I did it before. And we pop his head off again. Okay. Just peg that in there. Peg that up. Leave his head where it's at. And he has a sort of, when he's like this, he has a bit of a shoulder cannon. But in this configuration, it makes Bruticus's arm more bulky, if you want to say. So to get into his foot mode, peg things ready. Take this off. Head up. This is going to come down. Move the arms out the way. Rotate the waist back around. And you're going to collapse the legs in. So you're basically like you're going back to his vehicle mode. Like so. Make sure the arms are in place. Swing this down. Peg that into place. Swing his head in there. Take the gun and put it. There's a hole here in the peg there. And you'll put that there to pseudo cover his head. And then we'll just peg it on like so. And there you have him. Oh, and the combiner peg. And there you have him in his foot mode. Pretty simple, pretty easy. But like I said, should you guys pick these up, if you don't have the G1 colors or the Ruination colors, yes, pick up the G2 colors. But yeah, sorry I don't have much to talk about this figure. I did more of this talking in his G1 color. It's Swindel. What more do you want? But yeah, so there's my pseudo-ish review on G2 Swindel from the Unite Warrior / Combiner Wars Bruticus G2 Bruticus set. I'm Windraiser, and I'll see you all on the next review.